Hey guys, Crackler here. So I have a bit of an update video for you today. I ended up putting out a video recently called Exploding Sneak Attacks. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to see that video first. But this is pretty much just a updated version of this strategy because I ended up asking for help if you could come up with ways to optimize it, and you guys came through for me. So I will showcase what the strategy is, and then I'll showcase the optimized plays that you could make with this. So the strategy here is to use Demo Jarman Kell to do demo charges on unmanned vehicles. You can do it to enemy vehicles. You can't do it to your own vehicles as well. So what we did in the first video was we set the charge to the unmanned vehicle, then we got the rebel to man the vehicle, and right now I've got a sneak attack with 7 units inside. Doesn't matter which vehicles they are or how many you got. Now all of these have been set up with demo charges. Now I'll pop out and then we'll pop back into that tunnel there. Now because I popped out and went back in, as you can see, we've got all of these demo charge icons. So with Jarman Kell, if we like, I can actually pop out with any of these sneak attacks, and then I could use Jarman Kell to blow them all up, and that could do quite a lot of damage here. Or, even better idea, is we can actually get these guys back inside the sneak attack, and we can detonate them from inside the sneak attack. So if we do that, we've just blown up a nuke, we've blown up our sneak attack here, which is fine, but we've, you know, accomplished something, and we actually get to keep the units inside the sneak attack, so we can pop out and then start attacking the supply truck, supply center, whatever, you know, your tunnel is close to. So that's one way you could do it. And the other thing is, because you've set up because you've set off those demo charges, you won't be able to demo charge these vehicles again. So it's only a one-time deal. You'd have to use Jarman to snipe some more vehicles and then set up the charges that way. But other things that you could do is you could also, let's say I popped out with, let's say 3 vehicles, and I wanted to pop out with these vehicles as well. So I got three here, and 1 here. And then I get Jarman to detonate. We've blown up a nuke, we've done damage to a reactor, and we just damaged our command center just like that, and we still get to retain the units inside, and we can pop out at a different tunnel instead. So that's one way you can optimize the strategy, where you can just do multiple points of attack. So that's something I didn't show you in the first video. So the main issue that I was having with Jarman Kell was actually setting the demo charges on the unmanned vehicles in the first place. So sometimes Jarman Kell will set the charge, other times he'll actually just occupy the vehicle. So let's have a go, see if we can actually set the charges on the Battle Masters here. So we got that one, and I do have to detonate here because 8 is actually the max number of remote demo charges that you can do. You can still do time demo charges if you like, so let's do a timed one. And just like that, he's occupied the vehicle, and the Battle Master that we charge here, that loses their effect because you can't actually use the detonate with Jarman Kell now. So that's the issue that I was having when actually implementing this strategy. But there is a way to actually guarantee that Jarman Kell will not go inside the vehicle. So what we do is we get a rebel or whatever infantry to occupy the vehicle, but we get Jarman Kell to set the charge, and just like that we're able to set a charge on a manned vehicle. So I'll do it one more time just to really make sure that I time that correctly. Demo, yep, there we go. So he's manned, but he's still able to set the charge. Now this is a time one, so I better get that guy out the way. Now there's also the troop crawler. So troop crawlers was another vehicle that I could not set charges on whatsoever. So it seems that any vehicle that holds infantry cannot be demo charged. So again, we'll just use our rebel, we'll occupy the troop crawler, and then we'll time it right and then set the charge. And then just like that, we can get our troop crawler to go inside the tunnel. We can go over to a building and try and blow that up. So now the strategy has been optimized. Thank you, Rag Dragon, for your comment on that one. That's going to help me potentially in future challenge runs. And now let's move on to some other very, very gimmicky strategies that I never even heard of. So let's bring out one of our supply trucks here. So this was actually a strategy that was on the channel AGX 750, where they ended up using sneak attacks to basically launch supply trucks like a catapult. So what we can do is we can actually combo that strategy with this strategy, and let's say I wanted to destroy an aircraft. So we'll pop in with our sneak attack, and then we'll hotkey Jarman, and that supply truck is now airborne. And once he lands, oh damn it, I missed. Okay, let's try again. Oh, I did do damage to the helix, but so you get the idea. So you could potentially kill aircraft with supply trucks. And I'll do it one more time just so we can get the... maybe I'll go like directly under. That's better. So yeah, if you time it just right, you can destroy aircraft. But even more cool is that you could launch the supply truck like across the map, and if you were to time it with Jarman Kell's detonation, you might be able to destroy enemy buildings from afar as well. So let's see if we can pull it off. So right now I have 5 supply trucks. I'm just going to do that, and then I'll click on the map, and as you can see, they're all scattering across the map, and sometimes they'll go very, very far. And I've got a war factory here, so you could potentially launch the supply trucks into Tao's war factory. It's very hard to aim it though, so I'm not sure if you'd want to even entertain the idea of using this strategy. But as you can see, the supply trucks, they all scattered in different directions. So I guess if you've got, like if you're close enough in distance to your opponent and they've got like buildings nearby, you could destroy multiple buildings with multiple demo charged supply trucks. But once again, you're only going to have one shot to get it right. So yeah, not sure if you'd want to even entertain the idea. It's very gimmicky and it would take quite a lot of setup, so I don't think it'd be ideal for multiplayer. But I think single player you'll have a better chance, because I mean AI will give you a lot more opportunities compared to a real life, you know, human player. So let's scatter out. Let's see if I can actually get this war factory. There's the bounce. Not quite. See, if those bunkers were intact, I'd be dead. Okay, I'll probably transition and see if I can actually get it.
A few minutes later.
So it didn't take me too long to actually figure it out. I found much better results trying to aim one supply truck. So I think if you want to go for accuracy, go for like one truck. If you want to go for, you know, as much damage as possible, go for multiple. But yeah, we can launch a supply truck from, you know, our base, pretty much a little bit ahead of our base, to be perfectly honest with you. And we can kill off one of Tao's war factories. The tank hunters inside the bunkers, their rockets wouldn't be able to get to the supply truck because the supply truck is moving that fast. So that's why the supply truck will actually hit its mark. But again, it's something that's not very easy to aim, so I don't know if you'd want to use that strategy yourself. And that will just about do it for my updated version of Exploding Sneak Attack. So if you enjoyed this kind of video where I do tips and tricks, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I do have a playlist if you want to check out any of my other content. I'm Crackalo, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.